Blaised. Get blazed. Get blazed. Get blazed. Get blazed. Get blazed. Get blazed.
Yo, 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 what's up, everybody? We are live here on YouTube. It's the Get Blaised show with your boy, Blaise McCoy. Sit back, relax, let the AI take you for a ride. Well, I don't know. We'll do that later on, as we do have a huge Red October show. It is the Empire show coming up tonight from Birmingham, Alabama in Protective Stadium. Interesting. That's in the University of Alabama, Birmingham. We got a great show. We got a big announcement coming up. I'm going to let more people file in. We got some people in the green room, and this is the upgraded version of StreamYard, so I can fit more people in the green room. If you're waiting, if you want to be a part of the show, check the private chats. I've already dropped the link in the Skype, Facebook, and Twitter for you guys and gals, all you dudes and dolls out there. I appreciate you. We will get to the big news shortly. We got more people popping into the green room. Cassie's in the house. Let's see who else is here tonight. Curdy B, good to see you. Curdy B stopped in earlier. I appreciate that. Mythic Legends Wrestling is in the house. Good to see you. Crushing Kelly, thank you so much for sharing it. Chaos Reapers in the building. Andy Price is in the house. Big match for Andy tonight, and that's kicking off our show against Travis Rex. JW Caliber, also with a big fight against David Fowler tonight on the show. We're going to recap some of the things that have happened in LTD and talk about what's going down tonight and in the future. Wally, Hot Fire Rose is in the building as well. Great to see ya. She's a hot on fire. Smell like a voiceberry. Oh, She got a whole lot of rose. There you go. Oh, Cobra Kai. Yeah. Do or die, Cobra Kai, Monstar. Get your dupe in here and come talk. Jessica Vesuvius in the building as well. Good to see you. Now, we do have a good bit of people here now willing to chat with us, and we'll get to that. We got the big news that I will break here in the beginning of the show momentarily. But let's hear from our friend Cassie Madam Red before we start the show. Stay tuned.
Hey, guys and gals. Cassie here, reminding you to stop into the Red Lounge. We're open 24/7, 365. So come in. We're the only place in town where every story has a guaranteed happy ending. You're watching Leaning Towards Death Wrestling with your boy, Blaise McCoy, on the Blaised Radio Network. Make sure to check out all of his shows every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. He's putting the unity back in community, right here on YouTube.
Yes, HPOK, baby, dropping a little knowledge, letting us know where we're at. And we can always go to the Red Lounge later on tonight if you want a little extra activities. We have plenty of people popping in the back here that we will get to, so hang tight. The first thing I want to talk about is the WrestleSense podcast. If you guys missed that, it was on Thursday night. We brought the boys back. We're now labeled as the WrestleSense podcast. In the comments, in the description, I should say, below is the link to our new YouTube page. We will be staying on the Blaze Radio channel until we can build that base up enough over there. You guys know how it is, gaining subscribers here on YouTube. It's not easy. So if you haven't already, click the link below in the comments, in the description, and join the WrestleSense podcast. It was a blast this time. We talked about a lot of stuff. We opened up some new segments on the show where we used the sense word, the pun, if you will, a little bit. And we had make some sense of it where we talk about WWE, AEW, Impact, all kind of different wrestling. And we try to make sense of some things that maybe we don't think make sense. We're very impartial. We're not one-sided on any company. All five of us love wrestling in general. We even talked about indie wrestling. And if you missed it, definitely check out the show as we covered in the Pittsburgh area, which is a hotbed for indie wrestling. We talked about the Super Indie Tournament, which is coming up next Saturday. Obviously, I have a show next Saturday too. And then a lot of you guys that are not in the Pittsburgh area might not see it. But if you do want to check out, indiewrestling.us also has a YouTube channel where you can see a lot of those individuals as well. Just as a recap, just as a little introduction, I want to play the intro to the WrestleSense podcast if you missed it. Check out the show. This is just the intro showing you a little bit about the boys that I talk with. My boy Doc, who's been commentating in actually 4 different companies right now, and he's been doing it for over a decade. DH Ray, my friend, he was in a band with me. We worked together for years, and he actually was a commissioner and helped run a couple indie feds as well. Easy E, which is our heel persona, if you will. Oh boy, you gotta love his aspects and his takes as well. And CJ Sensation, the snapshot, who has experience in the ring with a lot of individuals like Wardlow, like CM Punk, and many that I could sit here and name forever. Right now, he's just mainly refereeing in IWC, which is International Wrestling Cartel around here. But these are the boys from the WrestleSense podcast. If you haven't checked it out yet, definitely check it out. Here's a little taste. There you have it. A little bit of taste of the Wrestle Sense podcast. It was our first podcast as Wrestle Sense. Before that, we were just here on the Get Blaised show to introduce those guys. So those two shows, if you haven't, definitely check it out. One of the things that we're trying to do to expand the channel to enhance some extra content, as long as my health permits, I'm going to try some new stuff like that Wrestle Sense podcast. We'll be back on the, I believe the 21st is the next Thursday. We'll be there. Doc is going to be a part of a different podcast on this coming Thursday called That Wrestling Podcast, which is very cool as well. We might have a little battle between the two podcasts at some point in time. You never know. And hopefully in the future we have some guests as well. Also tomorrow, if you guys are American football fans, I should say, NFL fans, and you know that we've talked about Monstar. He's done some streams with Molly, watch-alongs for NFL games. We talked about Troxel Sports Channel, his sports streams where he does the same thing. And Micro Mike, who made his debut in LTD recently, does it as well. I've been wanting to do this for a while. Tomorrow, I might give it a trial run right here on StreamYard so I can even bring you guys in and chit-chat about NFL and stuff. We do have our fantasy football league in full blast. I'm doing pretty well in one division and not so well in the other, but we got a lot of fun going on over there also. But tomorrow, I'm thinking about streaming NFL Red Zone. So probably around 1 p.m. Eastern and on, I'm going to sit here and try to catch the audio off the TV, show you the scores. It doesn't work as well here on StreamYards. I didn't really want to go and get into starting up XSplit or downloading OBS to try to do that at this point. But it's a work in progress, just like the podcast. And I appreciate all you guys in this community kind of checking it out and feeding the fire there. But we got some new people here. Ravens here, PFW's here, Firestars here, Jamar's in the building. The Drum Monkey is here. I'm not used to being on camera all the while. Where's my drum roll? I might have to bring I might actually bring an actual drum here for your drum roll, Drum Monkey. There you go. There you go. And I want to show off a little bit of memorabilia that I have from way back in the day if I can. I don't know how it's going to pick up on the stream, but this is a ticket and a card from 1987, July 10th, Pittsburgh Civic Arena, the NWA Wrestling Great American Bash. The picture was taken at the event from my seat, and I believe we're in the second row or so. And the wrestling card from around that area as well. One of my favorite little bits of memorabilia from the past, way back, 1987. A lot of you people probably weren't even born out there in 1987, but a nice close-up of the Nature Boy Ric Flair with that beautiful gold belt. He even has the NWA belt there on the wrestling card as well. And my ticket stub still also. And one of my other all-time favorites, I don't have the picture of me actually slapping him right in the back. Well, that was Sting. This guy was the other one. Sting and this guy were my two favorite wrestlers. This is the Road Warrior Hawk. Hawk was one of my favorite wrestlers as well. Actually, a little bit of trivia. My first ever E-Fed name was Greg Hawk. So Hawk was one of the first names I ever used in E-Fedding way back in the 80s. And you see right above him, oh yeah, there was a scaffold match that night. It was crazy. I believe it was Rock and Roll Express and Midnight Express, if my memory serves me right, or it was the Road. I don't remember. It was a long time ago. I have to check the match card. But 1987, a little bit of memorabilia from the past. One of the first events I saw, and it was a blast. Oh, man, we got plenty of people in the live chat. Brandon's here, Riley Wolf. We have Lady Devil, Miles Stanley Ward, Caliber, and Andy Price. Oh, man, this is going to be a great show. But before we get to that, we have all four tournaments. I guess the Four Horsemen, yeah, maybe. I don't know. We just showed Flair, so I figured why not. Previously on Leaning Towards Death Wrestling, let's get right to it. And as you guys know, I do keep track of all the shows. I'm sick like that. I am sick and twisted like that for sure. And we have the YouTube tournament started the other night, and it was Blade Charge getting a win over Wrestling Mama, Leo X defeating Lucas Satiriu, Travis T with a win over Dragor, TJ Toad over Duke Zinda, Hooligan over Brian LG, Micro Mike with his second win in a row. He's now 2-0. TRC defeated Danny Wells and Hunter McIntyre over MSW. And then we saw Lucas Satiriou defeat Wrestling Mom in the elimination round. And we saw Duke Zinda defeat Dragor in the elimination round. So we're getting down to business. That was the first tournament. Tonight we hit the Lethal division. We have the Battle Queen division on Tuesday. Yeah, and then the Empire division as well. The Empire's today, I'm sorry. Battle Queen on Tuesday, Lethal on Thursday. And then we'll be back with a super card coming up. Ooh, thank you, Riley. That works. That works good. That works good. All right, Brandon. Well, I might make you talk, Brandon, because you have a match tonight, my friend. You fight Nightmare tonight, and I'd like your word on it. Also, if you missed last night, we were blessed with the vocal stylings of good old Chance, whatever last name he chooses to give tonight. And we had Minerva on there, Mark Caliber, Brandon Ace. We had a great time just bullshitting and talking about wrestling, digital wrestling in general. It's a healthy conversation. At the end of this month, I will celebrate my 4-year anniversary here. I call it 5 years because for the first year, I was watching other channels and researching to make sure what I brought to the table for you guys was something special, was something different, was the best I could do, I guess I could say. Oh, Monster, you were 37? That makes you like 87 now or something, I guess. Yeah, we talked about, yeah, that's a delayed reaction on the laughing. We talked about the toxicity that we've dealt with in this community, and the way we handle it and what we do recently is we avoid it, we ignore it, and we move along and have fun with what we're doing. I call it the escapism, and I just want to have fun with it. Jester is in the house. Good to see you, Jester. Welcome to the show. You're tuned into Blaze Radio. But like I said, I never expect everybody to catch all the live streams. I really enjoy when you guys catch the replays and leave comments. That's dope. That is one of my favorite things to check back in on the show and see that someone's left a comment, or, you know, especially on the WrestleSense podcast. If you guys want to let us know what you think the guys should do, what we should do as a group and everything, it's going to be a lot of fun. Those dudes, and I told you guys aren't allowed to like them more than me. Come on, people. I know a lot of people were digging Eazy-E. Sterling Rich, of course, was digging Eazy-E and his take on things. Looks like Monstar is a fan of CJ Sensation. A lot of people are. And DH Big Ray is he's a character. He's one of my best friends, and I appreciate having those guys. And this is going to be a really fun ride. The WrestleSense podcast is just going to grow and change and evolve. We're starting it on a very low scale just to see what we can do from here. But speaking of evolving the channel, speaking of changing things up, speaking of bringing something new to the channel, I guess we might as well do the big announcement now. We got 14 in the building. I appreciate y'all. Make sure you guys hit that thumbs up if you haven't already. I don't even know where the thumbs up is. I'm not used to doing this. Right here, here. Well, there's also the subscribe button, and there's many, and the share button, which I love. Wait, share's right here, I believe. But let's see, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, let's make an announcement, something that I've been planning on trying to do. I was against it for quite some time, but I wanted to justify how to do it and how to bring it to you guys and see if you enjoy it. So let's get to the big announcement. But first, promotional consideration paid for by the following. Yeah, we're sponsored by Eliminator Beer tonight, so another commercial to make you wait for the big news, of course. Drama.
Promotional consideration paid for by the following. Blaze Brew proudly brings to you Eliminator Beer. Don't get eliminated, get obliterated. Drink Eliminator Beer. Comes in a wide variety of flavors and colors. Available now at your local liquor stores, beer distributors, grocery stores, gyms, hairdressers, gas stations, restaurants, doctor's offices, pubs, bars, brothels, strip clubs, and street corners. Eliminator Beer, get one now. You won't be disappointed. You'll be shit-faced drunk.
Well, I did have a jersey to wear, Wally, and I want to celebrate, and it's kind of busted up. I want to get a new one. Good old Penn State, you know, it's falling apart. This was actually game worn by me when I played for Penn. No, I'm not just kidding. Oh, yeah, bad joke. I'm full of bad jokes. You guys know that. So let's go ahead and one more time give a round to the people that are here in the live chat. Tree Fitty for old Monstar. I appreciate anybody who could share it out for us. Wally liked the podcast. I appreciate you. Ravens in the building, always a pleasure. People saying hi to each other, always love that. There is MSW in the house, Mythic Legends as well. So good to see all you guys. Yeah, there you go, CJ. Are you talking about the right guy, Monstar? Funny. Firestar is in the building as well. So many. I love when you guys pop in and hang out. Drum, my brother, always great to see you, my friend. Mythic Legends, PFW, everybody's in the building. Yeah, I'm really trying not to use OBS. I've used it before, and I've used XSplit as well, which is pretty much the same. Those are kind of pain in the dupa sometimes. There's JW Caliber in the house as well. Appreciate you all showing up, popping in, hanging out. Jessica Vesuvius, Jester's here somewhere as well. There he is, poking in, looking at. He's got a big match tonight too. Who's he fighting? Jester against Jamar. Oh, there. And speaking of Jamar, both guys in the live chat right now. They will be fighting here tonight. It's going to be a good show. Going to be a crazy show indeed. All right, so I think I've wasted enough time. Let's go ahead and announce the big announcement here on the channel, and let's just do it. Here we go.
Yo, 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 it's your boy Blaise McCoy, and we at the Blaze Radio Network here on YouTube are proud to announce channel memberships. By simply pressing the join button next to the subscribe button, you'll get special perks for supporting the channel this way. This is simply an addition to the channel. Nothing changes for the content, including Leaning Towards Death Wrestling, WrestleSense Podcast, the Season Rookie Garden Summer Streams, and upcoming editions of Blaze Cards and Collectibles, and Sunday NFL Red Zone audio-only play-by-play videos. This is just another way to support the channel that already includes participation in live streams, comments, and super chat donations. Once again, not a requirement, but another way to support the channel if you can. We receive 70% of the monthly fees and will help us grow the channel with upgraded equipment, new games and consoles, new channel content, as well as the incentives and perks that come along with your membership. Again, nothing changes, but we appreciate any and all ways you can support the channel. First of all, we have different membership levels to offer. In the future, we'll have some members-only content and top-tier match booking and membership giveaways and prizes, in addition to our regular live chat, games, and prizes for everyone. The 99-cent level, you join the Blaze crew. At $1.99, you got main eventer status. And in the top tier, $2.99 per month, you are a promoter. Promoters are coming with bi-monthly reward match bookings and member shout-outs on the Get Blaze talk shows and Wrestle podcasts and other video uploads. Channel membership loyalty badges are next. These show how long you've been a member next to your name in the live chats. You also get your name in a green highlight in the chats as well, marking 1 month, 2 month, 6 months, 1 year, and 2-year memberships. Also, custom membership emojis. 4 will be available to start to either drop the Screaming Blaze emoji or represent your LTD brand, either Lethal, Empire, or Battle Queen. Future emojis will include some really fun items from the shows, and they can be added as we gain more members. You're my boy, Blue! Always a favorite. Shut up, Rex! Oh, the good old sad trombone that everyone loves. You got knocked out. Oh, boy. Thanks you for being a friend. And, of course, oh, the sack of potatoes. In closing, once again, nothing changes. This is just another way to support the channel. We appreciate everyone, whether you can donate or join memberships or not. We'll continue to grow and expand and evolve the channel to bring you some escapism from the real world and hopefully entertain you. For now, it's your boy Blaise McCoy saying peace and positive vibes to you and your families, and see ya in my streams.
All right, there you have it. Channel membership is finally here on the YouTube channel. The Blaze Radio Network, proud to bring extra perks for you guys who can support the channel. I know I said it many times in that video It's not a requirement. Nothing else changes here on the show. But if you can afford to support the channel, I'm going to try to give back as much as I can for supporting the channel with those different levels. And that'll help us expand the channel even more down the line. And it just the great community that we have. And I appreciate each and every one of you guys. I want to give a big shout out to Corey Quinn and All Core Wrestling. Just had an amazing show here. AKW, part of the Wrestling Network here on YouTube. Another great channel to check out if you're not already subscribed to it. And another great supporter, as always, Cowboy John. I appreciate you. And I couldn't stress it enough. If you don't donate, if you don't join the membership, you just show up to the shows or leave comments. That's just as good, folks. Don't get me wrong. Don't get it twisted. Yes, I have a face, Ryan. People make fun of the big nose, the big ears. It happens. It happens. Probably going to jump on stream like this a little more if I can. Also, tomorrow, I'm going to try to bring you a little bit of NFL Red Zone action, which if you guys don't know what NFL Red Zone is, it is every single touchdown. It is every game. It'll be audio only, and I'm going to try to catch it from the TV, see how it goes. It'll be a work in progress. Show a scoreboard, but it's kind of tough to see here on StreamYards when we share it. But actually, let's check out something right now as we share. Well, you can't see it very good at all. This is our bracket for tonight. Andy Price versus Travis Rex. Jamar versus Jester Cyanide. Chance Harper versus Matt Rush. Chaos Reaper versus Corey Quinn. Brandon Ace facing off against Nightmare. Drum Monkey versus Joel Quinn. Brooklyn Joker versus McAllister. And David Fowler versus JW Caliber. You can check out the challenge website link. Also in the comments, Nightbot Johnny 5 doing his job. Jen Richards in the house. Jen has a big match coming up, and it's a good segue. Jen Richards has a match, kind of a rematch, because they fought each other for a shot at the Battle Queen Championship, who is the Goddess of Pain. Who is Jen Richards facing? Let's bring him on and talk a little bit about the matchup, the man behind Lady Devil. What's going on, man?
Well, hello there, Blaise.
Good to have you on the show, man. I appreciate you. Also, make sure if you guys haven't checked out Mythic Legends Wrestling, it's very unique. You know, bringing Greek mythology to the digital wrestling syndicate. It's amazing. So I guess you can speak for Lady Devil, and I just want to know, you know, that you were ready to get a shot at the Battle Queen title again, came up a little short, but you're always willing to come back bigger, better, stronger, meaner, eviler to try to make up for that. You've been a champion many times, but what is Lady Devil's mindset going into this match again against Jen Richards? That'll be on Tuesday.
Well, if you really want to know, back in 2012, she was really dangerous. And now that she's woken back up, it's going to get even more crazier and more dangerous. She's more dangerous than before. Let's just say that.
Amen. I don't doubt that. But it was a great fight between Jen Richards and Lady Devil, and I expect the same thing on Tuesday.
Oh, no doubt. If you remember, she disappeared for however many years it was, and Satan's angel came along. She diverted down to Satan's angel. And then here we are years later, and she's awake again as one form.
That's always, you always keep us guessing. I mean, whether it's Satan Angel, Lady Devil, that character has always been very mystical, very mysterious. So, you know, people that are coming to fight her always got to guess what's going to happen. What's she going to bring to the table this time? And I'm really excited about it.
You'll just have to find out, because back, like I said, back in 2012, she had a reputation for being very unpredictable, very dangerous, very dark, and had a way of, let's just say, finding the weak points of people.
Yeah, and if you will, while you're here, if you want to talk a little bit about Mythic Legends Wrestling, when you do live streams and give some of the people that might not, I mean, a lot of people already know what you do, and it's very unique. It's awesome. But if you want to talk a little bit about MLW and what you bring to the table here on YouTube, I'd appreciate that as well.
Oh, sure. I can explain a little bit. Well, it's basically about the gods and goddesses that Royal Olympus. And then we have some of the old goddesses and gods also. We got some of the Titans as well. And we got some other people who have stepped up in the challenge for the gods and goddesses and the Titans. They all fight for titles. And it's not always about titles. It can be about just proving that you belong.
Yeah, a lot of interesting stuff going on over there, man. If you guys haven't checked it out, definitely check out Mythic Legends Wrestling. And we look forward to another great fight, as she always brings, on Tuesday, as we have the Battle Queen tournament. And while you're here, I might as well run down the card of what we have in the first round.
Sure.
Keep in mind, these Red October tournaments are double elimination in the first round as the group stage, and then single elimination. Those tournaments will be in the very beginning of November because we have 3 super cards at the end of the month. So we'll see Bad Amy take on Tiffany Sky, Cassie Madam Red versus Crushing Kelly, Firestar versus Raven. I know those 2 matchups, those guys know each other well, Cassie and Kelly and Firestar and Raven. Friends out of the ring, but once that bell rings, they're going to try to rip each other's heads off. Goddess of Pain will take on Amber Young, Veteran versus Susie the Elf, 2 that know each other well also. We talked about Jen Richards versus Lady Devil. Cougar versus Shulky. That little, if you want to call it a feud, goes years back. So that'll be interesting as well. And then Hot Fire Rose, who's in the live chat, one of the newest members, taking on the daughter of Monstar, Sean Shamrock, Molly Shamrock. So it's going to be a very interesting tournament. I'm sure LD is going to be on the top of her game to try to regain that Battle Queen title shot, because that is the prize for that tournament.
Yes, it is. And I'm looking forward to facing Jen again. Only this time, let me tell Jen, you're not facing the older LD that wasn't as strong as she is now. You're going to be facing the one who was back in 2012.
Woo! Always love talking to you, Greg. Always love hearing what Lady Devil has to think, and the family, the kids. You always bring plenty of people to the shows. It's always entertaining to see what's going on with the family as well. So I look forward to more on that. I'll probably try to bring some people back if you can hang around, but thanks for being on the show.
No problem.
All right. Let's stay on that path. We still have people like Miles Stanley Ward, Andy Price, Caliber, Brandon Ace, Riley Wolf, and JW Caliber joining us as well. But let's talk to Kelly while she's here. How you doing, Kelly?
Hey, Blaise.
I just announced, please don't be mad at me. And I saw that little comment about what I look like. Why are you making fun of my ears?
I can't help it. I've watched too many damn Harry Potter movies, and I know what Dobby looks like with the ears.
I haven't, but hey, like I said, I always say it all the time. You can laugh at me or laugh with me. You're smiling. That's all I want to bring in. And Kelly has an infectious laugh. I always talk about it when you're live, that it does make my day. And before we talk about your match, if you want to brush up a little bit, just give us some information on BMWF. Blood Moon Wrestling is such a cool, innovative thing that you do as well here on YouTube. I love watching the show. It's always fun. It's always entertaining. And you stack those cards, man. You have some of the most incredible cards that you produce. If you want to just plug your show a little bit, go for it.
Well, BMWF, Monday nights at 8 p.m. Central, 9 p.m. Eastern, and Wednesday afternoons at 1 p.m. Central, 2 p.m. Eastern. And right now we're at the tail end of the number 1 contender tourney for the Blood Fiends tag team titles. I know for sure. I got my notes right here. If I don't have my fucking notebook with me, I'm going to be totally...
Hey, I'm the same way, Kelly. I showed it. I have notes everywhere. I always have it. I even have the roster, everyone's names and their divisions and stuff. Hey, you guys think that I, memorize all this stuff? I'm not afraid to share some of my secrets and share and help other people if I can. And once again, if we talked about the conversation we had with Chance and them, those are such great. And then I have a card for everybody, so I don't memorize that shit. Some of it comes naturally after, as you probably know too. Once you call matches for someone so long, like sometimes their finishers, you don't even have to look at the card anymore because you get used to it.
Yeah, Monday night is going to be my 30th show.
Wow, there you go.
And we've got the semifinals to the number 1 contender tourney. It will be the Scavengers which is J-Dog and J-Vulture,
Yep.
versus Count and TRC, which are the Twisted Ones.
Oh boy, those guys know each other well. That should be very interesting.
And then the winner of that faces later on that evening Karoma and Matt Madison, or Mr. Utaker and Paul Utaker.
Very cool. Very cool.
And Jasmine Bliss Danger and Lady Danger face Goddess of Pain and Jennifer Richards to get into the finals. And the winner of that is going to face Firestar and Ladybug for the Sanguine Seductresses tag team titles.
Some very interesting tag teams that you have. I really dig it. That's awesome.
And I have Jade Jules Barrett versus Trish Riley. Count's going to be pulling double duty in a 20-minute Iron Man match versus Reaper. Let's just say Reaper made a challenge, and I had the room on the card.
Very cool. Very cool. Very cool. Welcome, King Skull Rat, to the show as well. Good to see you.
And guess who's in the main event?
Uh-oh.
Well, you were at my show last Monday night, and Mrs. U faced Chris Sharpstein.
Oh yeah. That's a great little feud they got going there.
Yeah, she was not keen on her performance from last Monday, so she wants to take him on again. It's still gonna be Hell in a Cell, but submissions.
Ooh, that'll be interesting. Very, very cool. Very cool.
Yeah.
So I look forward to BMWF as well, but and I know she's in the live chat. I don't know if she's going to join to talk. I'd love to help banter between you two, because you face Cassie Madam Red this Tuesday coming up. Any thoughts, Kelly, as you have another opportunity to try to go through that tournament and get another Battle Queen title shot? So what do you think about facing Cassie one-on-one this Tuesday?
Well, I've faced her plenty of times, and I'm not doubting she's a tough opponent. Hell, I still have yet to beat her. Doesn't mean I'm not going to try. Doesn't mean I'm going to be any weaker in the whole situation going against her for another time. Yes, I get frustrated as hell being so close yet so far to being a number one contender, getting in the top 5, being champion, the whole 9 yards. But it'll take a lot more for the owner of the Red Lounge to take me out.
Yeah, that's what I like to hear. It's going to be a tough tournament, because, I mean, even if you lose on Tuesday, you'll have another opportunity, but that opportunity will be the same night because you're in the first 4 matches. So there is a chance. Chance pun, son of a bitch.
That's what you get.
Yeah, the first 4 matches we'll fight again, just like tonight's show. So double elimination, you got to be prepared. Even if you do lose that first match, you can't let it get you down, because you have another match later on to try to stay in the tournament. So it's going to be very interesting, and I think you're up to the task. You've come a long way. You fought just about everybody in the division already now, so no one's really new to you.
No.
I really look forward to those fights on Tuesday night. I appreciate you. Thanks for being on the show.
Not a problem.
And I might bring people back here at the end. I got the upgraded version of StreamYards now, so I can fit a ton of people here in the green room, and we got a packed green room. So we got about 20 minutes until showtime, and I can stay here a little longer. We might extend the show if we get into it, because I know some of these people, I know we got Caliber Riley Wolf waiting, so that we could be here for a while. In a good way.
Boy.
In a good way, because I love giving you guys a voice. I love bringing you guys on here. It's been a while since I did the Get Blaised talk show, but I'm glad to bring it back and to hear from you guys and give you guys a little more of an opportunity to speak your piece, talk about your shows, talk about your character a little bit. In or out of character doesn't matter to me. So I appreciate you, Kelly. Thanks for being on the show.
Not a problem.
All right. I don't even know where to go next. Well, let's talk about, he didn't have the best of luck in the first night, but he'll face Danny Wells in his next match. And he has his own channel too, streaming very frequently. This is the YouTube division, and one and only Miles Stanley Ward, MSW. Are you there, my friend?
Yes, I am.
There he is. Good to see you. See, it's been a while. We used to do this without cameras, but now getting a little used to it. I know you're used to it because on your show, you always pop your camera on and talk to the fans. And it's something that YouTube likes a lot. I mean, I don't do yes or no. If someone doesn't want to be on camera or do, it doesn't matter to me. But I do appreciate you. I love your show. I love doing raids to jump people over there. And the creativity, I've always talked about how you have the 3 different brands and the multi-brand as well and everything. So if you want to talk a little bit about your show and your channel first and just explain to some people who might not know about it, go for it, my man.
All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't know about my 4 shows, of course, my 4 brand shows, the red brand show is Bertilium, the green brand show is Viridium, the blue brand show is Ceruleum, and the cross brand show, or what Blaise may say, a multi-brand show, Trio. Because those 4 shows of mine is all about greatness. It's about making great on my 4 brand shows, and especially Trio, because yours truly had recently lost to Black Ice, Brian LG, for the Trio Men's Universal Championship. And someday, Brian, I'm going to get that championship back, but I'll have to wait. Because sometime this week or next week, it's going to be a contendership edition of those 4 brand shows for those championships, and it's going to be taking place in Sig City, Las Vegas, Nevada.
Ooh. And see that, I mean, and you mentioned Brian LG, which a lot of people know here, and there's a lot of familiar faces over on your channel that are around the Digital Wrestling Syndicate. So we share a lot of people that have already had fights, have different fights over there. It's really a different twist on what we're all doing, and I love the originality you bring. And what do you stream it through? Is it OBS or something else? What do you use when you do your stream? Because I know you have a different setup.
Yeah, it's through OBS. Yep. It's not actually on PS4. I used to do that back in the day, but ever since I got myself a gaming PC, I started using OBS.
Well, I like it because it brings a little something different. You can see the different colors. You always coordinate it, which brings originality to each of the brands and your show. And I love what you do, man. I love what you do. But let's talk about, you came up a little short against Hunter McIntyre the other night in the first round. However, now you'll face Danny Wells, who he's new to the company, Mr. American Strong Style. He comes from where Kyle Young and Young Samurai's channel, the Second City Dojo. So he's trained very well. And, is it you never fought him before? I don't think, and anywhere else. So this is your first time. Now he suffered a broken orbital bone in his first match against Dragor. Now from the double stomp off the top rope twice. So he's wearing that protective mask. He was going to take it off, but in Danny's fight against TRC the other night, TRC was raining down those right hands on the mask, and it didn't reopen the wound, but he has to wear that mask still, maybe at least for a couple more weeks. So what's your thoughts going into a matchup on a man you haven't fought yet in Danny Wells?
Well, I'm going to say this. Danny Wells, if you want to take out yours truly, Miles Stanley Ward, who is the Blitzkrieg champion, I'd be happy to oblige you. Because I promise you this, it's not going to be easy taking out the Master Chief of Badassery, Miles Stanley Ward.
And that is true. You've been here for a while and you've been close to titles before, but finally grabbing that Blitzkrieg championship. And with what we call the shadow press rule with those multi-man championships now, it's not easy to defend against 7 or 9, whether it's Crazy 8 or Blitzkrieg. Now, those titles were developed to include more people in some of these championship fights, give them the opportunity to win gold. Now, that just means there's going to be 9 people that come up short or 7 people to come up short every time. And it sucks for a lot of people, but that brings even more to that championship, I think. So now your next defense, if you can defend that title against those 9 individuals, you'll get a lethal title shot. And then if you can win it again, which has never been done, no one's ever defended that Blitzkrieg title twice, you would then get a world championship shot. So what do you think? The odds are definitely against you as a Blitzkrieg champion. It always is for whoever's a Blitzkrieg champion is. But that's a hell of an opportunity, Miles.
Oh, man, yes. I just can't wait to get my hands on either the Lethal Championship or the World Championship. Because, ladies and gentlemen, once I get those championships, I'm going to be taking I'm going to put it around my waist, and I'm going to enjoy it all the days of my life because the MSW era will begin on that day.
Wow, the confidence is just oozing out his pores, folks, and that's what I love to see. Miles, thank you so much for being a part of the show, my friend.
Thanks, Blaise.
And make sure you guys check out MSWCW. He does some really cool shit over there, man. I appreciate him. He's a great character to have, a great guy to have as well. Now let's get to a couple people that have matches here tonight. And first, we're gonna kick off the show with a man who's been the Crazy 8 champ. He against the man who's held the world title, and this man is Andy Price. How's it going, brother?
Hey, Blaise. Hey, everybody. Ugh. Well,
We are-
didn't I you draw a great tough one first up again?
Hey, it's always a pleasure, and I mentioned you on the conversation on Chance's channel last night. I mean,
Yep.
you're a long way from all of us, but it doesn't stop you from to supporting these channels and hanging out with us, and I appreciate it, man. I can't thank you enough and you always bring something fun to the table. If I give you a little angle or something to run with, you take off with it. And the evolution of Andy Price, as I like to call it, has been a really interesting story. I mean, brought in by the Calibers, then turned on the Calibers to do your own thing, and then eventually, part of the Hitmen for Hire, which now, thank God, are no more. But now you've become part of the solution.
Yes, the solution.
Now, I know it's pretty secretive, but all we know right now is Chaos Reaper and Brooklyn Joker who formed it. They brought you along. Is there anything else you can tell us about this solution, or is it one of those wait and find out what happens type of thing?
I'd probably be spoiling. So I'll just say it's a wait and find out.
I got you. I like that. The intrigue. I like the suspense. I like to, to find out what's going to happen next. TJ's in the house. Good to see you. Cassie and Kelly been going at it in the chat. I love it. That's just getting me fired up for their match coming up.
Me fired up.
Isn't it? I mean, that's, I don't really have, and I don't really talk about this a lot, but as much as talented people that I have on my roster from top to bottom, I always talk about on the conversation with Chance and them that there's different levels of engagement. There's some people that are really involved and want to do stories. There's some people that are just there to watch along and will do it, whatever it happens. And some just like to be a part of the show, no matter if they win or lose or whatnot. But I appreciate all of it. I don't want to alienate anybody, but the what we had before was people doing promos in the group chats. And then the next thing you know, it was a conversation and the promos got lost. And I hated that. So that's why I like this medium where you guys can come on, you guys can voice, what you're thinking about the next match and this and that. And this is just opens up the conversation. I do not want to discourage trash talk or, promos and stuff in the live chats like Kelly and Cassie are doing. And you guys do. Sometimes that live chat when I'm live just goes crazy and I can't even keep up. I have to watch the show over to try to catch up. But without going any further, you face Travis Rex tonight. What's your thoughts about going on that match? That's going to open our show here very shortly.
That, as I said, now, don't get me wrong, anybody in the Empire side of the tournament would have been tough. But Travis, whoo boy.
You were shifted over from the Lethal to the Empire, too, so you had to make that transition to fill a spot that was emptied. But I think it's a lot of new challenges for Andy Price over there, too. It's going to be very interesting.
It is. And Travis, I respect the guy. I've seen him in, I think it was a Crazy 8 First Blood match, take punishment after punishment. You think he's going to be busted open, and he ended up winning the match. So I'm going to have to, if I could bring everything, including the kitchen sink, to throw him in the match, I would. But obviously, carrying a kitchen sink to the ring would be a bit tough, but I'm doing it. I think I showed when I did defend the Crazy 8 Championship and that last little 5-10 minutes mini match that I had with Chaos Reaper, who, big respect to him, I had to dig deep. I took so much punishment. Those neck drops. Ooh, I think my neck was still hurting by the six-man title match. Not that I'm going to use it as an excuse.
Yeah,
but I had to dig deep. And Chaos sort of style-wise is similar to what Travis is, so that gives me a bit of a game plan or two to give. But what I've been doing last week, I've been preparing, studying. As soon as I saw the draw was Travis Rex, I went, okay, what do I do? Okay. Strength-wise, he's probably got the edge but I think I'm quicker. Technically, I think I might have a little bit more of an edge on him, but he's obviously with that Wreckham move. If I take too many of them, I'm going to be in trouble. So even if which, as I said, it's double elimination. Lose tonight, I've got to then wrestle minutes to an hour later. So it's kind of a double-edged sword. I can't afford to take too much damage, just in case I do have to wrestle tonight. But
true. You will have the elimination match if you don't win. That's a good point.
So it's the balancing act, and that's the thing. But as I said, been doing a lot of work, watching a lot of tape, so to speak, to get ready for this match. Studying. I've come out with a game plan. The question is, has Travis come up with one for me? Because as I said, I respect the guy, but big tournament. And Crazy 8 title gave me a little taste of gold. Lethal title down the road. So that's secure. This tournament down the line is a possible world title. So I'm trying to build up future title shots. So a lot on the line
Chance
tonight.
wants a middle finger before he goes, so I'll give him the middle finger for you. There you go, Chance. Welcome to the show. He's at work stopping in, so Chance has a fight later on tonight too. He's fighting Matt Rush.
Oh yeah, was that? So what? Hey, Chance, I didn't know about the Mad. Anything about the Mad Asylum kidnapping you? I did not know about it.
Yeah, so, MAD. There's more to come on that story from what I hear.
I did not know about that.
I don't know if I know Demented had something to do with it. I don't know what else is going to do. Leo's in the house. Good to see you, Leo. But the solution is about being accountable for our failures and taking opportunity. And, that's another thing. The G6 could be down the line for the solution, a great six-man tag team also. So, Andy, it sounds like you're prepared. You do your homework all the time. I mean, we were at odds for a while for the old Hitman for Hire thing, but let's just forget about that. We'll see what the solution.
That was a business decision. That wasn't a personal decision, ring decision. And, well, you can say for the negatives, it did kind of work. I did win the Crazy 8 title on my own without the Hitman, which I don't know about you, Blaise. Maybe, and this could be pure speculation on my point, maybe that's why we went as in sync for that that G6 match. Maybe there's a little bit of envy, say jealousy, because if you look at it too, I won lethal title shot. I know Chance was chasing a lethal title shot, so maybe, and this is pure speculation, maybe inside the Hitman for Hire, everybody had their own aspirations.
Yeah, I mean, I brought it up a lot. You guys weren't really a team. You were just brought together by the common bond of getting a shitload of money to beat the shit out of someone. And, that's neither here nor there. The evolution of Andy Price continues. Good luck on your match with Travis Rex tonight. Guys. And always a pleasure to have you on the show, my man. Always a pleasure.
Thank you.
All right, let's keep it moving. We got Blade Charge in the house. Yo, it's your boy Leo in the building as well. Good to see you. Always a pleasure. Always a pleasure. Now, we are going to extend this show a little bit because I don't really have a timetable. I'm going to make sure I get to the few more people that are here in the live chat. We got JW Caliber, TJ, and Riley Wolf. But we're going to bring on the man who introduced us to Andy Price, the guy who the intrigue is immense right now on what the hell is happening. We've seen him as the Joker. We've seen him as the Crow. We know him as the Stat Man. I mean, Caliber, whatever version. We saw him as Cactus Caliber for not too long, for a good while, I should say. But now strange things are going on with Caliber. I don't know if we're going to get. I think we're getting Josh Hoskin here from Commonwealth, because who knows what's going on with Caliber. Maybe we can find some shit out right now. Let's bring him on. Josh, how you doing, my friend?
I'm doing good, man. A lot better than what happened with that one thing that happened when this guy was behind me. Like really freaky stuff, man.
Yeah, it's intriguing. There's a bunch of like breadcrumbs that have been left along the way here, the bloody footsteps, the disappearance of Caliber. I mean, do you have any updates on the whereabouts and the health of Mark Caliber right now?
Well, the last thing I heard was apparently his heart rate had a bit of a problem, and this is from like a doctor's quote thing. I think they were still using that little message machine or whatever they're called. I don't know, but I was actually listening to it, and they said that they were trying to get some more machinery to try to add some like life support or something. But as the doctor and his nurse got back there, he said three of his assistants were laid out on the floor, like their faces literally clawed for some reason. That's what he said. And one of them had a bite mark on the neck, and Mark was not on the table where they placed him.
Very weird. Very weird. I mean, I got the same idea going through my head as Mythic Legends does right now. It's just very intriguing. I don't know. I mean, just when you think we have it all figured out with Caliber, I mean, we've seen Excalibur with Mark and his brother in a tag team division. We saw Mark run rampant here and there as all the different personas that he went through, and we saw regular Mark. We saw all the other. And I'm intrigued. I hope he's okay. I mean, he's scheduled to fight. What is it on? Let's see. On Thursday, Caliber fights Ripper Springheel, another person that he knows very well, one-on-one.
Yes, indeed.
Hope he can make it.
Yeah, me too. I'm looking forward to seeing that match, and but I gotta tell you, like, I guess you want to know exactly what happened about the thing when.
Yeah, if you have any details, sure, share them with the crowd. We are going to extend this till 7:30, so we got plenty of time. We got another half an hour to go here. We're going to hold off on the show because we got a couple more people I definitely want to talk to as well.
So basically, as I was like at the vehicle entrance, basically where everybody parks their cars, I did notice footprints, and they had a lot of blood marks on them, which was very disturbing. And so I went down to like investigate, to see if anybody was hurt, or if anybody happened to step on a puddle or something.
Yeah, it could be anything.
Yeah, but as I was investigating, I heard footsteps behind me, and when I turned around, the sight literally freaked me the heck out. And I saw his face. I will admit it did look like Mark, but I wasn't sure because his face looked a bit deformed and his skin was a little pale, kind of like when you're decaying or something like that. And his and also his face looks to be cut open with staples on him.
Oh my goodness.
And I know it's just.
I have to ship him back to the Madness Asylum and put him back together if he's all in pieces. I don't know.
Yeah. Oh wait, hold on. But Blaise, I don't know if you can see in the chat there, but apparently something's going on in the surveillance here.
Oh.
What the? Who the heck is that?
Could it be him? Could it be Caliber?
I have no idea.
Well,
this guy is limping like crazy.
Well, Well, let's hope that maybe we can get some more news on whatever the hell's happening to Mark Caliber at the show coming up tonight. Wow, that's really strange.
Okay,
Josh, I
okay.
appreciate you coming on and giving us an update on Mark, but stay tuned for the live show. In the live chat, hopefully we'll have some more updates on Mark Caliber.
And hopefully you can get some security because this guy here is pounding on the garage door.
Oh, I see that. Well, yeah, let's get Steel City security over there to try to take care of business so we don't have any problems transitioning here from the Get Blaised show over to the show. Josh, best luck to you, my friend, over there on Commonwealth and here joining us. You're the man. I appreciate you. And maybe we can get some answers about Mark Caliber tonight on the show.
Hopefully, yeah. Thank you for having me, man.
You got it, my friend. Whew, very strange. Well, it is October, so the freaks come out at night. Ooh, the freaks come out at night. I know. It happens. Live Blazioki for a change. You guys aren't used to that, but let's talk to someone who also has a match tonight. And let's go ahead and try this out first to find out what in the hell's going on with Riley Wolf.
Leaning towards Death Wrestling. A lot of you have been wondering, how is Riley Wolf back? But instead of telling you how I'm back, I'm gonna show you. Is that civilization? Oh my god! I can't believe it! I can't believe it! I see civilization. That only means one thing. Cell service! I know just who to call to. Blaise McCoy. Hello, Blaise? You won't believe it. I'm back. I found my way. Rex? Rex, why do you have Blaise's number? Okay, doesn't matter. Can you get Blaise for me? He doesn't need to know. But isn't he running the show still? You want me to do what? Interesting. But what if something stupid happens, like my lethal title shot is on the line? Okay, Rex. That's right! Rex brought me back! And just in time, the summer of No Riley's over! Red October is here! And I am in the lethal tournament! And my first opponent is Wild Matt Outlaw. Matt, you are going to be a cakewalk. Disregard the last 5 matches I've had. Those wins were flukes on their end. I'm going to kick you off your pedestal, kick you off your horse, and then beat the next guy, and then the next guy, and then the next guy, until I win the Red October Lethal Tournament and claim myself as the face of the Lethal Division. And what face is anything without its goal? The title I never lost! The Lethal Champion. I'm coming back for it. So whoever's championed by that end, you better keep eyes in the back of your head. Riley Wolf is coming for you, and you can bet on that.
Oh my goodness. It's been a long time. Oh. You see the dude back there hanging out. And he can't even believe it. The dude can't even believe it. He abides, but he can't believe it. Riley, yes, I think Jamar, he may have lost his mind. Hey, what can I say? The man returned to LTD. He's one of the Rex sympathizers, for fuck's sake. So now you guys know a little bit about it. We talked about it before. He had that Lethal Championship in the woods with him all summer. Found his way out, and he ends up getting back onto the show somehow with Rex. He lost that championship opportunity to Jester. Andy Price has the next opportunity, and then Jester's in line. But I'm sure this man cannot wait to try to get another opportunity. So hold your breath, folks. Cross your fingers, cross your toes. Sit back, relax. It's going to be a wild ride, as it always is, with the man of 1,000 faces, Riley Wolf. Welcome to the show.
It is good to be back on Riley's show, Get Blaised. It's good to be back.
Yeah, it's very interesting, and thanks for the backstory. To some people are wondering what in the hell happened to Riley. Where was he? What was he doing? And honestly, I was against it at first, but the committee ruled in favor to bring you back, and I like the opportunity of you putting up that Lethal title, even though it didn't work out in your way this time around. However, I don't even know what I'm happy to have you back now, I guess I could say. Besides the Rex thing, welcome back to Leaning Towards Death Wrestling, Riley Wolf.
It's good to be back. Leaning Towards Death Wrestling this summer must have felt so boring without me, without the high energy, high intensity that is Riley Wolf, because you never know what you're going to get with Riley Wolf.
True. Now, there's someone in the live chat who's claiming that it's not your show, and she has a little bone to pick with you. I wouldn't mind bringing you on if you want to mince words with the man named Riley Wolf. I'm sure he would not put down a one-on-one, word-for-word battle with anybody. Am I wrong?
There is no person in this community, in this show, that can step up, go tit for tat, gift to gab with the man of 1,000 faces, and the man that just will never shut up.
Well, hey, I've even said on my show that I jibber jabber, I talk a lot, and if you guys have checked out the WrestleSense podcast, you know that we don't really talk over each other, but we have 4 guys that love to really talk, and I can't wait to bring people like you and other people on to the WrestleSense show so we can shoot the shit with some of the guys like CJ, who seems to be a fan of you already. Training with the Amazing Red is very impressive, my friend, at all intents and purposes.
I mean, how could he not? When you have the look, the feel, and the energy that Riley Wolf brings to wherever he goes, how could you not be a fan of me?
Oh, because you're a Rex sympathizer. That's one way to do it.
Rex is #1 sympathizer.
Yeah,
T-shirt coming soon.
Big shout out to Taekwondo, a great name as well in the live chat. Big shout out. Let's everybody give some love to Taekwondo in the chat. This is Creation and Simulation Federation. This is our Get Blaised talk show. Stay tuned, because as soon as we're done here, we're going to go live for some matches here tonight. And you do have a match with Matt Outlaw tonight. You had some words for him in the video, but anything else you have to say for the last train robber, the ruthless mercenary, Matt Outlaw?
The last outlaw, whatever the hell you just said, he's going to be the first victim of the new Riley Wolf. And it's just one more step towards the title that I feel unjustifiably I lost. That Lethal title. I made that title what it was when I was champion, and I'm going to make it again. And Matt, you're just the first step on a long staircase that is my road to the Lethal champion.
Well, I'd love to have Shamrock on here to combat your words, but, he's not going to come out here. But he has to say, thank God he has 1,000 faces, because he's going to have to go ask for 1,000 refunds. Oh, boy. Look at the receipts, he says. Oh, boy. Well, when you're as vocal as a man like Riley Wolf, you have to be prepared for quick fire right back at you. And I know you always are. I don't doubt it. And you're a man of your word. I'm not doubting that either, even though you're, a Rex, the #1 Rex sympathizer. Oh, that means there's more than one. What the hell is going on in this world? I mean, there we go. Kelly's talking some sense now to you. She says your marbles are gone if you're a Rex sympathizer.
I mean, they've never been here in the first place. Have you seen what I've done?
Good point. Very good point. I mean, the man makes sense. He could be all over the place, but the man makes a lot of sense. And he's a great fighter in the ring, too. I'll give you all the credit in the world. Tonight is going to be a test. And you're in the later part of the show, so if whoever loses the match will have to fight their elimination match on another night. But I know you're not worried about that because you're going to win, right?
Of course I'm not worried. I'm going to go all the way in this tournament. I'm going to go all the way to the Lethal Championship. That is what I'm laser focused on.
Well, here's the point, and I didn't really clarify this before. The Empire division, the Lethal division, and the YouTube division, the overall winner will get the world title shot. The second place will also get a title shot. So even if you end up being in second place, that is going to get you a Lethal title shot. So all you got to do is make it to the finals. It'll guarantee you either a world or Lethal title shot. So the prizes are abound in this tournament. So you can definitely do it one way or another. Oh, look at this. We got some faces in here showing up. Jeff Matthews, welcome to the show. Another member of the Empire division. We also have the British gamer Dylan Travis. Dylan Travis has something in common with you. He's taking a little hiatus right now. He's on the seasonal roster, but when Dylan Travis comes back, he is the master plan. You know he's going to have a plan as well. So good to see both of you guys in the live chat. Chaos Reaper, oh geez, they want you to lock Rex in a freezer. The sympathizer probably wouldn't do that. Oh,
That's
unfortunately.
No. Rex brought me into LTD in the first place, brought me back after my journey into the wilderness. The last thing I'm going to do to Rex is hurt him.
Yeah, and I know there's other individuals like Count Z and even Jester that have been kind of siding on Rex. This can't happen. This is not possible. I mean, one I can understand. It's bad enough Rob Machete wanted to tag with him. Oh, good thing he's in prison right now. I know it is a Saturday, so he has his weekend leaves. So, I just hope he doesn't show up tonight. Stay tuned. We got about 15 minutes left to get to some other folks. Riley, always a pleasure to have you on. Welcome back to the channel. All bullshit aside, glad to have you. Best of luck in the tournament.
It's good to be back, and luck is for losers.
Peace, my friend. Whoo! Speaking of luck, there's a man who might need some. Well, he had some luck on Thursday night, picking up a victory over Duke Zinda, a former world champion. He's a former world champion himself. Another great member of the community, another huge supporter. He does some very unique stuff on his channel as well. Let's bring on. I want to point out that Riley was even listening to the Red October theme song in his promo. How did he get his hands on Soma's song? Interesting. But without further ado, we got two more guests to bring on, and we're going to close it up with final comments to whoever's still in the green room. Let's talk to Double Toad 7, the Blue Toad, TJ Toad. How's it going, brother?
It's time. Yeah, it's great to be here, man.
That's a hell of an act to follow, though, and I know if anyone could do it, you can.
Well, I've only seen Riley Wolf a couple of times. The last time I saw him was on.
A couple of times.
It was on. No, well, it was on Second City Dojo.
Yeah.
With our host Kyle Young.
Yeah, Mr. Samurai. Mr. Samurai's had run-ins with Rex as well. Oh boy. But TJ, you had a big win over Duke Zinda on Thursday night, and I just made the announcement, made it solid that now the winners of each division are going to get a world championship opportunity. Second place will get that internet championship opportunity. Now, Wrestling Mama lost to Blade Charge. She's our current internet champ, and she also lost to Lucas Soterio to take her out of the tournament. So she's going to await whoever ends up second in that tournament. And just to run down, just to quickly go over these 16 individuals, the YouTube division is very unique. TJ, along with all these other individuals, are live a lot. TJ streams a lot. So I wanted to do something special for those guys. We did the gathering not too long ago where I showed support to over 30, close to 40 different YouTube channels on here. And that's what I love to do is give back. TJ's have been around doing this for quite some time, not only wrestling, but NHL streams, UFC streams, NHL streams, Major League Baseball. But we talk about Blade Charge and Valkyries of Wrestling, Wrestling Mama with Wrestler Survivor. Lucas Atiriu has his show. Dragor has his show with NWA Open the Gate. Leo has 3 channels that are all monetized. He always entertains people. He's a great individual as well. Duke Zinda brings us Grand Prix Wrestling, which is amazing. Brian LG has awesome stuff on his channel as well. I'm actually the commish on one of his ACW shows. K-Dog, we talked about. Uncommitted Hooligan had a great show today. Hooligan Wrestling Alliance is back. Micro Mike with Detroit Line Sports Talk. Danny Wells, part of the Second City Dojo, as we talked about. TRC, part of UCWE and the Wrestle Buddy podcast. Hunter McIntyre, Future Championship Wrestling, was in the live chat earlier tonight. We talked to Miles Stanley Ward as well. This is a very unique division. I could sit here and talk about these 16 channels all day long because I got a lot of respect for each and every one of them. But TJ, how long have you been on YouTube?
Well, I got on YouTube back in 07, but I didn't start the channel until 10, and then 11 was when I started uploading, and most of it was what is it? SmackDown versus Raw 2011. Simply for the fact that was really the only thing I could do, and of course I had to do it ghetto style.
Well, were you like filming it with your phone or something on a TV?
Yes, absolutely. That's what I call ghetto style.
Yeah, a lot of people started that way. We talked about Cowboy John, who used to do that. There's a lot of people who've done it, and that's one way around messing with all the technology to try to do it. But nowadays they make it so easy just to go on the PlayStation and press that button. Shernette Williams, speaking of a YouTuber, guys, if you guys don't check out Shernette Williams' channel when she live streams, she's amazing. Beautiful Canadian woman that does great with talking to the live chat, learning about other things from different YouTubers, supporting the community. Big shout out to Shernette Williams in the live chat, hun. Great to see you, doll. You are amazing. I just had to say that right off the bat. But TJ, you're amazing too. And the win over Duke Zinda sets you up with a match coming up next week with Travis T from Troxel Sports Talk. So that's an interesting matchup. I'm not sure if you guys fought one-on-one yet in LTD.
Troxel?
Yeah.
You know what? I don't think I've ever fought in Troxel before. But I've seen him and I was like, yeah, this guy's legit when it comes to, doing his streams of just him talking about what's happening in the game.
Yeah, you jumped over with the Blaze raid. That's right. And he loved seeing you and some other guys. I love doing that. If I do that, I want to do that more. Sometimes at the end of a show, I don't think about it. But when I do and see some guys live, I love jumping over there. Yeah, and what he does, I might give it a try tomorrow with Red Zone. Putting Red Zone on the TV, just doing play-by-play with the audio that you can hear from the show. And I've wanted to do that for a while. Obviously, with some of the health issues I've had, I haven't had an opportunity to do it. But tomorrow I'm thinking about doing. I know you're a big NFL fan. You're a big sports fan in general. Dude.
I am. I am. Oh, I should mention, and I'm mentioning this only because it involves you. You're going to be going back for the second time on my Madden series to the Super Bowl. I'm serious.
Yeah, for those that don't know it, like we do creative characters with wrestling, and I've seen people do it with like the UFC and stuff. I know you do as well, but TJ creates characters for the NHL games, the NFL games, and UFC. So created characters on other channels as well.
Yeah.
You do it. It's so much fun because like I've been on a couple different NFL teams, and just calling the games where you have real NFL players mixed with us created characters. That's unique. That's amazing. I love what you do on your channel, man. I've said it a million times. I couldn't thank you enough. You bring something very unique to the table here on YouTube. And I didn't know you've been around since 2010. That's amazing. That needs commended, brother.
Well, I mean, for the most part, like before I started doing streams like I do now, I was a Let's Player for the most part. I don't know if you guys remember Let's Plays back in the mid 2010s, but that's what I was doing for the most part back then.
Is that kind of like the Jackbox things or something like that, where it's interactive playing with the people in the chat, or?
No, not necessarily. It's think of it as like you're playing Mario Brothers, but with commentary.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. So you can play other games with. See, this type of thing's been around longer than I even knew because I'm going on 5 years, 4 on a channel, and 1 year just watching it when I discovered it in the beginning of 2017.
I see.
I mean, I've always known YouTube has done stuff, but to bring this stuff to the table has been a lot of fun, man. I love his Madden streams. If you guys haven't checked it out, if you're not subscribed to Jude 22's channel, it's and
I
if
just
there's
remembered.
anything you want to plug about your channel and your shows, please go for it. This is definitely the time to get the word out.
Okay. Well, and I'm happy that you mentioned it because tomorrow, after I get home from mass, I am going to be doing the Super Bowl, which will feature you and Chaos Reaper and LD and Wally. Those are just the top 4 names on both sides that are featured in that Super Bowl. So that's what I have coming up, and that's I don't want to try to sell it more than I really need to. It
Nah, I
sells
mean,
itself.
yeah. I mean, you're live almost every day, aren't you?
I'd like to be, but of
Yep.
course
I'm the
I
same
can
way.
only
It's
do
tough.
so many.
Yeah, it's
I can
tough.
only go so long before I get tired. So and
That's what
plus
she.
I
That's
have
what
to
she said.
focus. Well, yeah, of course you would say that.
TJ, you're an amazing individual. I appreciate you. I love having you on the show. I'm glad you stopped in. I really am. I really am. Hope to see you on the streams whenever you can, and if you guys can, check out the Jude 22 on his channel as well. Thanks for being on the show, pal.
Thank you.
All right. We are winding down, closing in on the show here at 7:30. I'm going to bring on one more guy, and then I'll bring as many people as I can on at once to have a clusterfuck ending here, if we can. Okay. Hopefully not that bad, but we still got a handful of people in the green room. I'll bring them back on, and let's go ahead and talk to one more person who has a match tonight. It might be his first time he's fighting this individual too. It's David Fowler versus this man, the DSO, the Dirty South Outlaw, JW Caliber. How's it going, brother?
It's going, Blaze. How you doing?
I'm doing well. This is something I've always wanted to do, and I love bringing people on this show. It's evolved into something even better. When we started it out, it was just me talking about what happened on the show and what's going to happen, which we could do that anytime. It's better to get to know some of these people, whether they're in character, out of character, hanging out and talking trash, or just talking about their next fight. Which I do want to ask you tonight. You have a very interesting matchup against David Fowler. What's your thoughts on that?
My thoughts? I don't know him from Adam. I don't care. He's in my way. So it's nothing personal when I take him out behind the barn like Old Yeller and put him down with a 44 caliber.
Ooh, well, let's just to give you an idea. David Fowler joined the scene as the Pancake Man, and he loved distracting people by the pancake gimmick, and it worked for him. People thought he was a joke, but he ain't no joke. Now, he evolved into Bulletproof David Fowler for a while, dropped the pancake gimmick, went a different route. But from what I hear, the Pancake Man is back. So tonight, you face Mr. Pancake himself, David Fowler. It's going to be a very interesting matchup.
Oh, yes, that should be interesting. But win or lose, he's going to know he's been in a fight.
So, speaking of whoever loses, the matchup in the next round, if you move on, you face either Brooklyn Joker or McAllister. Same thing if you lose. Whoever loses will face either Brooklyn Joker or McAllister in the elimination bracket. Any thoughts on either Joker or McAllister?
Oh, McAllister's somebody I've been wanting to get a piece of since I got in. I'm just looking for the biggest fight I can. If I can knock him off, that's a huge feather in my cap. If not, he'll still know he's been in a fight.
The People's Pancake is what David's calling himself now. There you go. I had to look it up. The Flapjack, the People's Pancake. He's got all the pancake puns that you can take. And yes, he'll be bringing the syrup. That's right, God is pain. But if you've seen lately, I think the DSO has really stepped up his game. He fought his way on to earn that full-time contract, but there's no doubt in my mind he's going to be ready for a fight tonight. Correct me if I'm wrong there, J-Dub.
Oh, I'm ready. They better be ready for me.
Oh, how can you have it on mute? You got to rewind. Yeah, I hit the right. Yeah, Shernet, rewind because I gave you all kind of props and I was kind of kissing your ass a little bit. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. And I gave you a lot of props for your channel. Definitely check out Shernet Williams. And I appreciate her stopping by. Everyone share it out. Have fun like we always do. This is why I do YouTube, is to bring people together. So I appreciate you, JW. Thanks for being a part of the show.
Pleasure.
And we got 4 minutes left. So let's go ahead and see what this does when we make one big clusterfuck here. All right.
Oh, fuck.
Jesus.
Yeet.
So everybody in the green room, I brought you out. How is the green room? I know the chance isn't there, so it's not as green as it sometimes gets, but...
It's smelly. Someone farted.
I just wanted to bring everybody on one more time because now that I can bring more than 6 people on, this is going to be one cutthroat, wild show sometimes. Clusterfucks, cluster bangs, yeah. Oh, Shernet and Goddess, it looks like we might have an orgy in the live chat of her. Oh, my God.
Only you'd want that, Blaze.
The Red Lounge will be open up later on tonight as well, so yeah, you make guys. So before we go, talk about the WrestleSense podcast. Before we get everybody's last comment, I want to have one more commercial break from a man named Tony Lee Williams and Tony Lee's Essential Oils.
Tony Lee's Essential Oils. Lime for your body. Sensual lavender for your mind. Grapefruit for the mamas. Thieves for the daddy-os. I'll rub your feet with some celebration and some more sensual lavender for your mind. I also have other scents in my inventory. Tony Lee's Essential Oils. Come get you a rub down.
Oh,
Come
Lord.
get you a rub down.
Oh, Lord.
Our little commercials here. You saw it's the Essential Oil commercial, the Red Lounge commercial, and also good old Blaze Brew Eliminator beer. If anyone out there has commercials they want to make, little vignettes, now I have this medium to bring it all to life and give people something different than just the digital wrestling that we bring. So on the way out, let's get a final word from Lady Devil.
Yes.
Greg.
Hello.
Final word, my friend, as we leave. Anything you want to say to everybody before we take off?
Oh, I did want to mention for our show, Mythic Legends Wrestling, it's Tuesdays and Thursdays at 12, and we are trying to work on a weekend schedule, but so far not going too well. So stay tuned because we got to figure all that out too. But for now, it's settled on Sundays.
Good stuff. Definitely check out Mythic Legends Wrestling. Thank you so much for being a part of the show. Miles, any final words from the MSW, our Blitzkrieg champion?
Yep. So, momentarily, ladies and gentlemen, while Blaze is going live, and even though understandably, and anytime you want to see my YouTube channel, please check out MSWCW right after Blaze Radio's YouTube channel, because momentarily I'm going to be going live soon, and you can always catch the replay. So
yeah, there's a lot of people that I never have a problem with that. TJ streams a lot. You stream a lot. That's part of that YouTube division of guys that are streaming all the time, and we support each other as much as we can. Even Leo, one of these days you got to get your butt up here and chat with us. I know you're not shy. You're always on camera and hanging out on yours.
True that.
And Leo and myself have had a little battles over there on MSW's channel and other places too. Stay tuned, everybody. Thank you for being a part of the show, Miles.
Thanks.
Andy Price, any final words, my friend?
Couple. First, everybody enjoy tonight's opening match between me and Travis Rex. If you're a fan of hard-hitting matches, this put the over-unders on how many that's got to hurt moments are going to be in this match. And lastly, if things can work out time-wise, I might look at doing a StreamYard myself in future, possibly looking at the when it's finished, G1 that's been going on in New Japan. Was I can do a little review of that because I've been watching all the shows and that, and it's been really awesome. And yeah, hope if that can be done, I'll let everybody know, and hopefully you can get some people around and we can chat it.
Hey,
But,
you know,
yeah.
you got my support. You share your link. Let me know in one of my chats, and I'll get it out there. We will definitely. That's amazing. That's something I love to see when
Cool.
people are reaching out. I mean, it took me years before I started really doing stuff like this too, and I wanted to make sure I had a nice community built and some great people, and now I know I do. You guys are amazing. Thank you, Andy.
Cool. Thanks, Blake.
So I definitely want to save the best for last. So Riley, that means you go first.
Wow.
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 I'm so honored.
I see how it is, Blaise.
The
I
disrespect
thought
is real,
you were
my friend.
glad to have me back. But
No.
in all seriousness, how long do you
Final
think
word.
it's been since Tony Lou Williams has seen his penis?
Oh,
That man is a gargantuan man
He
and
is a
probably
big guy.
cannot look down.
I mean, he's still around in the company too, so you gotta beware. I mean, you're not
I beat
afraid of
Tony
anybody,
before,
but
I'll beat him again.
yeah, he's a big grizzly, and I mean, one of these days we'll get him in this chat too to hang out. So, final words from the man of 1,000 faces.
If I got two things to say. One, extremely ecstatic to be able to defeat the Wild Matt Outlaw tonight. And secondly, in all seriousness, go check out There's a Belt in My Hand. Let's Plays will be coming very, very soon.
There we
What?
go.
Stay tuned to find out.
There we go. Speaking of Let's Play and stuff, Riley Wolf, always entertaining, always fun, always wild and wacky, bringing something original and fun to the channel. I appreciate you, my friend. Good luck in your match tonight. Luck is for losers. Blah, bitty, blah, bitty, blah.
You already know.
Kelly, it's time to get the final word in. Anything you want to say to the people out there before we take off?
I just saw the latest comment from Lady Devil in
did
the
you see
chat.
that?
LD, you've known me a long time. I'm a Lycan and a witch. I faced many opponents. You really think anything supernatural and at full power is gonna scare me? Nah. So if I do end up I'm not looking past Cassie by a long shot.
That's what I like to hear.
She's a tough opponent, so I'm gonna have everything I got into this match. But if I get past her, LD, save your scare tactics. It's not working on me.
Looking at the bracket, and I know you guys can't see it very well because it's really small print and stuff, but if you guys were to meet in the top bracket, it wouldn't be until the finals. There's probably a possibility in the elimination bracket to maybe meet each other. It's not out of the realm of possibility, but you guys are on separate parts of the bracket. So, like you said, you got to worry about the match that's in front of you. And that is Cassie Madam Red on Tuesday night.
It's never in my best interest to underestimate anybody, so I might as well look at what's currently and then face the future opponents.
And we can catch you. Next show is Monday, correct? 8 p.m.
Monday night at 8 p.m. Central, 9 p.m. Eastern on my channel for BMWF Feeding Frenzy.
All right, there you have it. Thank you, Kelly. I appreciate you. You're amazing. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you.
I love that little giggle too. I knew I had to get it before we go. Thank you, Kelly. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that has been Get Blaised. Easy for me to say. I got a whole show to call yet, but I don't mind going overtime on these because you guys are absolutely amazing. You guys get to see some of the amazing, awesome people that we've brought together here on this channel. Tomorrow, possibly some Red Zone football action. You guys can watch along with me. I'll bring some people on to shoot the shit, possibly also. And then more Wrestle Sense podcast in the near future as well. I love y'all. This is what it's all about, doing stuff like this and bringing people together. So for now, folks, I'll be live momentarily. Thanks for getting blazed. I'm out of here. See ya in my stream. Get blazed. Get blazed.
Long ago, on the young grass, long
Blaised. Get Blaised.